Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth and who rule well. Peace and citations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Kotas Abzayan from the GMS Holland branch, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with another lesson, with another video. And Lord willing, this video is edifying. In this video, I want to go into First Peter's for verse 13. Let me start at 12, and it's entitled, Share the Suffering of Yahushai, which Yahushai is the person that everybody ignorantly calls Jesus. That's his Hebrew name, Yahushai, which Yah is he, and Yahushai goes back to deliver. So he, deliverer, he's going to save you. He's going to deliver you, and he means salvation, Verse 12. Beloved, 1 Peter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Gone. So when you enter into this faith, in this belief, people, first of all, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, they are the biblical Hebrew Israelites. That's their nationality. Whether you believe it or not, that's who you are. So this is not a thing about that you can become a Hebrew Israelite. You're a Hebrew Israelite through blood, you see? But the thing that separates us from the other ones, from the normal ones, from the 2/3 that are going to be destroyed in the lake of fire, they don't care and they don't know who they really are. And we know and we believe it. So once you've been given this truth, once you have been tasting the sweetness of these scriptures, then the sourness is going to come, like it says in the book of Revelation. What was it? Revelation 10. Get my sword real quick. Because once you learn to who you are, Revelation 10 and 10, this is going to sound sweet in your ears. Revelation 10, verse 10. And I took the little book, which the little book is the Bible, of the angel's hand and ate it up, meaning I consumed it, I digested it, you started to understand it. And it was in my mouth, sweet as honey. So the beginning parts, I'm Israelite. The kingdom of heaven is for me. Okay, now we're on bottom, but we are going to have next, That's the sweetness. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. Gone, because now the patience, you need to have patience, for the kingdom of heaven to come. You see all this wickedness, you understand what the laws are of the Most High, and you see that this whole world is upside down and it's contrary onto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So it begins to become bitter. So going back to 1 Peter's 4, verse 12. Let me get another precept real quick. Book of Sirach. Sirach 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. God, so now you made yourself a prey because you came out of the darkness. You came out of this dark place that you were in, the world, This world is being controlled by Satan, and now you left that place. So now you became a target to Satan. So he is now going to start and tempt you. He's going to be tugging, because if you go into that word tempting, let me see. To tempt. To try to get someone to do wrong, especially by a promise or reward, to be inviting or attractive, to provoke, to risk provoking, to cause, to be strongly disposed. Here, temptation, boom. The act of tempting, the temptation of Christ by the devil to try to persuade or attract to do something, to make someone to want to do something. To tempt, to attract, to draw, to appeal to allure, make your mouth water, entice, lure, lead on, you know? So all these things the devil is going to do, Satan is going to do. So he's going to lure you back in. He wants to lure you back in. He wants to entice you. He wants you to make your mouth water for the reward that you're going to get if you go back to him. You see? So now the trying of your faith, this fiery trial has started for you because you are now partaker of the sufferings of Yahushua, because you want to walk that Yahushua did, which he did perfectly. You know, he was that perfect sacrifice, but we are the disciples, so we have to, Salakia, we are not the disciples, but you want to discipline yourself, because that's what I want to go to. You have to discipline yourself to walk that walk, because he was disciplined. He had his flesh under subjection. You see? So, reading on, verse 13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Gone. So, if you go into that word sufferings, which is Patema.
Strong's G 3804. Pathema. Pathema.
Patema, the outline of biblical usage says, that which one suffers or has suffered. Externally, a suffering, misfortune, calamity, evil, affliction. You see? So all these things are going to come on your path. Calamity, evil, and affliction. And what does it say in the book of Deuteronomy? I make dead and I make alive. It's the Most High, he does these things. This is Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver you out of my hand. Beautiful, man. You see, so it's the Most High. He now shows you this marvelous light. He took you out of the darkness. So he's going to refine you. He's going to try you. He's going to put you in that fiery trial. You know, he's going to bring calamity and evil upon your path to test you, to see if you are going to go to him for answers, to see if you are going to dive into his words and the scriptures to seek comfort, you know, because the scriptures are the comforter, you see, as it says in the book of 1 Corinthians. Let me see. Bear with me for a second. Let me just get this one. This is Gansalaka. It wasn't 1 Corinthians, it was Romans. Romans 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So the Most High is tempting you and looking what your next move is going to be. You know, he's building up your faith. You shouldn't be led by sight, but by hope and by faith. You see, that's where He's refining you towards. Because our forefathers, they solely depended on the Most High. They solely walked through faith. You see, as you can read in Hebrews 11. So let's go back. Let me get another precept. Let's go to Romans. Romans 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahushua, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Kind of like we just read, that we are going to be exceedingly joyful, exceedingly glad when we see Yahushua. Why? Because we are walking the same walk that he walked. We are trying to do that. We are doing this leap of faith. We are walking this walk upon this earth. And when he that overcome this earth is going to appear, we also are going to be joined unto him. You see, that's why the scriptures speak about the bride and the marriage of the bridegroom. We are that bride. We are going to be joined to Yahushua. We are going to be those joint heirs. Because first we were married unto the Most High, but we kept going off and off and off. So now the Most High turned his back and gave his only begotten Son for us as a, how you say it, an advocate, a lawyer. He's the one that we have to go to. So now we are going to be joined onto Yahushua. You see? Because what is an heir? Kleronomos, which the outline of biblical usage says, one who receives by lot an heir. In Messianic usage, one who receives his allotted possession by right of sonship. You see, like it says in the book of 1 John 3:1. Now we are the sons of the Most High, but it does not yet appear what we should be, what we are going to be. But when Yahushua is going to appear, then they're going to see who the real sons of the Most High are. Yahushua, he's the biggest bro. He's our big brother, and we are going to be joined unto him according unto rank, of course, one who had acquired or obtained the portion allotted to him, an inheritor. Let's see what it says in the dictionary. A person legally entitled to the property or rank, what I was just going into. There's going to be rank and order. Yahushua is going to have everything, but then you're going to have his brothers underneath him, which are going to be according to rank. Of another one, that person's death. Let me read it again. A person legally entitled to the property or rank of another one on that person's death. A person who inherits and continues the work of a predecessor. An heir, a spare. Two children, typically in reference to members of monarchy or nobility, said to need two children, one to succeed to a title and the other to guarantee the family line should anything happen to the first. Gone. So let's go back. So when Yahushua is going to come, we are going to be glorified together. So what do you have to do? You have to endure. You have to patiently wait, while these calamities and evils are coming onto you. from the Most High through Satan. This is Acts 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom. Gone. So these things that we are going through, it's also predestined that you are going to overcome it. So you have to continue in the faith, because that's what the Most High wants. He wants to make your faith in Him perfect. You know, He wants you not to depend on your flesh, but to depend on Him, the Father of all spirits, the Father of creation. You see? So you have to continue in the faith. That's the most precious lesson that is being learned here, that's being taught here. You know, you're getting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as a tool. You know, like it says in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. But the faith, that is what we are working towards. You know, staying faithful to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Let's go into that word faith. And then we're going to end it off on that. Pistis, in the outline of biblical usage, says, conviction of the truth of anything. Belief in the New Testament of a conviction or belief respecting man's relationship to God, to the Most High, Yahweh, and define things generally with the including idea of trust and holy fervent, born of faith and joined with it, relating to the Most High. The conviction that Yahweh exists and is the creator and ruler of all things, the provider and bestower of eternal salvation through Yahweh Shai. You see? You have to trust that the Most High is going to take care of you, because He, like it says in Matthew 6, you know, even the grass, they don't toil or work, but they do get fed. So how much more you, as a servant of the Most High, that's doing the work of the Most High, that's believing in Him, you see, you are going to be taken care of. You know, there's going to be a time that like no other here upon earth, Jacob's trouble, but the ones that are destined to make it are going to make it. Moral conviction or religious truth of the truthfulness of the Most High or religious teacher, especially reliance upon Yahweh Shai for salvation, abstractly constancy in such profession, by extension, the system of religious gospel truth itself, assurance, you see, belief, faith, fidelity, fidelity, but assurance. You have to be sure. We have a more sure word of, what was it? Sure word. This is 2 Peter 1, verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. So we have this assurance, we have these scriptures. This prophecy is what's going to lead us like a lamp in the darkness. You see, we have a vision. We know what is at the end of this tunnel. You know, because the people, they are going to enter into a dark place, into a dark time, into a time of tribulation, but they don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. But the ones with these scriptures, they do have insight in what's going to happen. Gone. So with that, I hope this video was edifying, and I want to say Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekah Kodash, Shalom Akim.